Greetings, friends. Here I am back again. So I gave you a little bit of information a few days ago regarding the market. I called it the Bitcoin emergency, and it seems to me that it has been so because so far ahead of 120K, coming down all the way to 112 and looking towards a resistance of 110K. But no one really knows what the floor is. So much volatility, and we're all experiencing FOMO. All of us don't want to miss out. Is this the market floor? No one knows. And this is all happening because of Jerome Powell's upcoming speech, where he may or may not announce or suggest rate cuts, interest rate cuts. Let me just clearly tell you that this speech is not going to give anything away. This is the legacy and history of Jay Powell. He never lets out what he's going to do. And also, this interest rate meeting is due on September 17th. And prior to the meeting, you got two big datas coming out, the CPI and the job report on the 5th of September. So this is not Jay Powell's decision to cut rates. It has to be with the consensus of all the Fed governors. And this discussion will happen September 17th. And that's when we'll really know if we're getting a rate cut or not. But does the market need a rate cut? I don't think so. Why? Because the headline inflation is already almost near 3%, which is quite high. Cutting rates is going to raise the inflation higher. And Jay Powell has always worked on the longer term policies rather than a short term. Surely he may do something, just a one-off. I know a lot of investors, a lot of traders are mentioning they're pricing in 3 to 4 rate cuts, maximum, if at all, one rate cut this year, and that too just to kind of stabilize the job market. So the next few hours, don't really keep your fingers crossed, but nothing's going to come out of this. By the way, the theme of this event is job market. So Jay Powell is actually going to talk about the job market rather than inflation. Both are, he has dual mandate. He has to keep the inflation in check, and he has to make sure that the employment remains healthy. So, but he's going to talk more about the employment, less on inflation. And this is where, investors or traders might start thinking about his hawkish stance. There is no stance. There is not going to be any stance right now. The stances are being taken by us. We're the ones who are telling the market, oh, this is going to happen, that nothing's going to happen right now, because everything that's supposed to happen will actually happen on September the 17th. Today, fine, the markets, I feel, and again, this is not financial advice or an investment advice. Markets may rise a little bit, and then on Wednesday we have the Nvidia earnings report, which a lot of people are really looking, and there's a consensus that it's going to be good, and Nvidia is going to show a little bit of an increase on their revenues, and which is going to send the market higher for sure. But that's again, with the September 5 job report data due, you can expect the next week to be a little bit bullish. But then following that report, and then again the CPI data on Wednesday of the, I think, first or second Friday. If the inflation is a bit higher, again the markets become bearish. Markets will become bearish because then it's the September 17 meeting of the FOMC, and then following that meeting, surely we're looking at a little bit of a bull season. Again, none of this is in